When I was in high school, my school decided to adopt a mental health pet dog for the students. And so every few days it would come by our classroom and receive pats on the head by everyone. However, one day during art class, my teacher was being a cheeky Sigma and wouldn't let me use the bathroom, even though I had a really bad stomachache. And so I did what anyone else would do and waited for him to leave the room before releasing the most explosive diarrhea onto his desk. And then I planted the mental health dog onto his desk so that he would receive the blame instead of me. The dog was given back to the adoption center 3 days later. Anyways, let's take a look at how crazy your school confessions are. So one day I went to the toilets with my friend, and by the way, he has a dislocated hip, so we faked being in the toilet for 10 to 20 minutes, which at my school is a long time. Anyways, I stood there with my 10-year-old friend and started doing the helicopter while he watches. Still to this day, no one knew except him. Wait, okay, that's a bit of a strange curveball. So he had a dislocated hip. He was disabled. So he couldn't get away from you. He had to stand there as you were doing the helicopter in front of him. You forced him to watch you do the helicopter. He couldn't get away. He had a dislocated hip. So I assume he had like crutches, or he was in a wheelchair, and so he couldn't wheel away. Like, he relied on you having to wheel him everywhere. And so for 10 to 20 minutes, you did the helicopter in front of him and forced him to watch. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? Okay, this one, yeah, I think you definitely need a little bit of help. What is wrong with you? So when I was in 3rd grade, me and my friend went into the same stall in the bathroom together, and we pulled our pants down and did what we called a dingling touch. And we touched the tips of our dingling together and we kissed. No one found out and we stopped. P.S. I went on the hub on a library laptop when no one was looking. Wait, okay. I don't think going on the hub on a library laptop is the worst thing about this one. Bro, what is the dingling touch? I've never heard of this before. I've heard of sword fighting, but I have never heard of the dingling touch. Who gave you this idea? How did you think of this idea? And why would your friend agree to this? I feel like your friend is half the problem. Why would you be friends with someone who agrees with this? Isn't this a little bit strange? Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but like, just doing this at school, like in a bathroom, can't you just wait until you get home? I think this is, you know what? Okay, you might need a little bit of help, honestly. That one time when I was in school, we were doing an exam, doing good, doing fine. No, it's not. Until I heard something vibrating. I just thought it was someone's fan, but no, it was something else. I saw my classmate moving too much on his chair, and I said to him, "Hey man, are you okay?" And yeah, that's when it comes. He said, "No, my Rose toy is too uncomfortable." Mind you, we were only in grade 5. I don't know how he did this in an exam, especially in school, and I don't even know how the teacher didn't even notice it yet. Bro, what is your school? You're Vietnamese, so you're not good with English? Was this in Vietnam, or was this in like America or something? Your friend had an actual Rose toy, like a vibrating butt plug during an exam? Was he cheating during the exam? Because isn't that how you cheat in chess? Like, you put like something up your ass, and then like based on like the Morse code, it tells you the best move you can do in chess. So maybe he was cheating. Maybe he was getting the answers like from like the vibrations in the butt plug. Like, maybe one vibration is like A, and then two short vibrations is B, and then so on, C, D, E, and then it's like a multiple choice like exam or something. But yeah, that is definitely a strange way to cheat on an exam. Like, couldn't he have just studied for the exam? Like just like a wild idea. Why didn't you just study for the exam rather than relying on like a vibrating butt plug to cheat on the exam? So I feel like, yeah, your friend definitely needs a little bit of help, honestly. I was bored and wanted to go to the bathroom in school, and so I messaged my friend to come so we could skip class. Then we met each other and walked into the bathroom, and inside was the most crazy sight I will ever see. It was my other friend in the middle of the bathroom with his willy out and pissing while doing a 360. Yeah, so he was releasing his pee-pee water while doing a 360 in the middle of the bathroom. I mean, bro, what is wrong with your friend? Is this MLG? Is he trying to do like a 360 no-scope or something? So you're telling me he's standing in the middle of the bathroom, not even in one of the cubicles or like in the urinal. He's in the middle of the bathroom where you're meant to wash your hands and everything, but instead of washing his hands, he's just doing a 360 no-scope with his wiener. So that means, did you get hit by it? I feel like you might have got hit by it. Like, if you're walking into the bathroom as he's doing a 360 no-scope, you probably got a splash of his wee on you. I mean, I think this is, yeah, definitely not calm. I think it's slightly questionable. In 8th grade, I had the world's weirdest crush on this guy in my science class. Let's call him Microwave, because I swear every time he looked at me, my brain buzzed like one. Okay, is that meant to be some sort of like pickup line or something? Is your name Microwave? Because every time you look at me, my brain buzzes. Anyways, one day he sneezed during a quiz, and for some reason I panicked and whispered, "Bless you, my king." My king? okay. He looked at me like I had just cast a curse on him, but it doesn't end there. To recover from the awkwardness and somehow double down, I made him a get well soon card because of the sneeze. The card said, even stars explode, but you still shine bright. Rest thy noble sinuses. I also included a single cough drop taped inside like a gift from a medieval apple. I don't even know what this word means. He never spoke to me again unless it was to ask for a pencil, which he never returned, so maybe that was his revenge. To this day, I can't sneeze in public without thinking about him and whispering internally, bless you, my king. What is wrong with you? No offense, but what is wrong with you? You have such a big crush on this guy that you whisper to him, bless you, my king. Bless you, my king. How does that even, how does that even happen? How is that even a reflex? So that means that isn't the first time you've thought about calling him my king. Because there's no way you say this, unless you've thought about saying it before. Bless you, my glorious king. Okay, what the hell? But then you made a get well soon card because of one sneeze. So you assumed he had, coronavirus or something because of one sneeze. Even stars explode, but you still shine bright. Bro, are you Dr. Seuss or something? But I mean, it is pretty sweet though, that you included the cough drop and everything. I mean, okay, I can tell you're probably a very caring person, but at the same time, yeah, I understand how, yeah, it's just a little bit perhaps you went you were a little bit too caring, but I mean, you had good intentions. You definitely had good intentions, and so I'm gonna say it was slightly questionable. Okay, it's only slightly questionable. There was this one time where I walked into the school and saw a kid getting taken into the janitor's closet. For some reason, I was curious, so I started to listen into the closet to be met with spanking noises and moaning noises. I don't know why, but I opened the store to find 2 students fully stripped of their clothes. I don't want to think about what happened, but all I know is I reported them to the principal and they got expelled and the boy got arrested for assault. I moved from that freaky school the next day. I mean, okay, yeah, good idea. Good idea. Great idea. Just get away from that school. Get as far away from that school. So you're telling me a kid basically kidnapped another student and diddled them in the janitor's closet? They got diddled, spanking noises, moaning? Jesus Christ. I mean, is this a stereotype or something? The janitor's closet? How big is a janitor's closet? Okay, bro, okay, this looks horrible. This looks like a horrible place to get diddled. Okay, I think I'm gonna rank this as you need help. Not you, but the person who kidnapped the other student into the janitor's closet, they definitely need some help. So in my second year of high school, I was competing in a talent show and I was going to sing. When the show came, I was 7th in line to go on stage, so I was pretty nervous. When my friend was on stage, he sang too. I found a mic backstage and I thought this was connected to the headphones he was wearing, and so I farted in it. What I didn't know was that the mic was the one connected to the giant speakers on stage to announce the contestants. I knew I was fricked. I was disqualified from every single upcoming talent show and was forced to sing Baby Shark at all 3 of the talent shows for the entire school. I mean, serves you right. So honestly, serves you right. But I mean, it would have been slightly funny if it was connected to to your friend's headphones that he was wearing on stage. But I wonder what the crowd would have thought. They're just watching your friend sing and all of a sudden they just hear someone let it rip through the giant loud speakers. Honestly, this one is, I feel like it's calm. I feel like anyone would do this. I feel like this sounds like something I probably would have done as well. Sorry for bad spelling. I'm dyslexic. Do you mean you're dyslexic? I got into a fight with a kid and I choked him unconscious. What? Unconscious? And he got suspended for a few days. Not me, I was fine. Okay, I mean, this is a very calm confession, but I mean, the fact that, okay, you're dyslexic, we're just gonna allow it. I'm not gonna say anything, okay? This was calm, okay? This is calm. Your spelling might need some help, but okay. Okay, so once I was on the school bus to go to a field trip and we were going to a museum, nothing much. But the way there was actually pretty far, and so I slept soundly. When I woke up, I felt something weird in my underpants. It was sticky. Turns out I literally experienced a wet dream on the school bus, and I actually noticed that some of it leaked. So I think the school bus driver knows that I had a wet dream. When I went home, I replayed this whole thing 10 times in my head because I hope for it to turn magically not embarrassing again. I mean, okay, my first thought, I'm very concerned about this because you're saying, so I think the school bus driver knows I had a wet dream. How do you know, he knows? Why are you pinpointing it on him? How are you so certain that he knows? Because my theory is that perhaps while you were sleeping, your school driver maybe diddled you, and that's why you had the wet dream. It wasn't a wet dream. He literally diddled you. Maybe while you were sleeping, he pulled over to the side of the road and just started violently, brutally diddling you. So if I was you, I would personally try to get that checked. Try to get some footage, camera footage from the bus or anything just to make sure. But I mean, yeah, a school bus, definitely a strange place to have a wet dream if it was legit. And so this is slightly questionable. If your school bus driver actually did diddle you, could be get out. Actually could be get out. He needs to get out of the bus and go straight to jail. But if it wasn't, then I think it's just slightly questionable. Back in 2017, a group of kids at my school decided to use their own poo as paint, and as the morning announcements were going, everyone heard a scream come from the bathroom, and we all went to investigate, and we saw the walls covered in poo, and they wrote on the walls, "Poo is paint," and painted a ding-a-ling on the wall. The next day, we were walking to our electives, and we saw all the people in that grade getting a lecture about how poo is not paint. Okay, I mean, do they really need a lecture about how poo is not paint? How old are these people? Poo is paint? So you're telling me they pooed in the toilet or maybe on the ground, picked it up with their hands, smeared it across the wall to draw a massive ding-a-ling on the wall? Imagine the smell, like going into that bathroom. Like, you wouldn't be able to walk into that bathroom. Okay, so if they were young, then it would be slightly questionable. But if they were like high school students or like university students, I think they would need some help. Once when I was in school, I had to go to the toilet, but since it was my first day, I didn't know where the toilets were. So I went into some random room, and in the room was an old man playing with his ding-a-ling. I helped him. What? Bro, are you sure you went into the right room? I don't think you went into the toilets. I think you may have gone into the janitor closet and you saw the janitor gooning in the closet. But why would you help him? What is wrong with you? You need some help. You actually need some help. One time, a Chinese exchange student came to my school, and one day when I was literally in a store pissing, he peeked over the store and waved at me as if nothing was wrong. Scarred to this day. Oh my god, the Chinese exchange student, bro. They can't help themselves. I feel like it's most likely different in China. Like maybe when they're peeing in stores in China, they wave to each other. They shake hands. They touch each other. Maybe it's different. Okay, you can't blame him. You can't blame him. But I mean, to be fair, when I was in high school, yeah, we did have a few questionable Chinese exchange students. But I don't think any of them like peeked over a stall as I was pissing and waved at me. This one's honestly, I feel like it's calm. Like I don't think he had bad intentions. He was just trying to be friendly. He was just waving at you. My close friend had this girl in his class. She was very religious, like the type to not listen to metal because it's satanic music and such. Well, apparently she got pregnant. She was sure it was the God's child. She also wanted to do the pregnancy test in the school bathroom. She apparently walked around the school asking people if they wanted to be there when she does her test during lunch break. I still don't know if the test was positive or not. Okay, I mean, what? How does that make any sense? She's very religious and somehow she got pregnant before being married, but she says it's the God's child. So did God come down from heaven and just brutally diddle her and get her pregnant? Is that her theory? I think she might be a little bit delusional, no offense to her. But why is she going around school asking people to like be in the bathroom stall when she does the pregnancy test as if it's like the NBA draft? With the number 1 pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the New York Knicks select pregnant. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. Is that okay? What? Okay, this is slightly questionable. It started in 4th period biology. We're dissecting frogs and the smell already feels like it's burning my nose hairs. Halfway through, my stomach cramps so bad that it feels like it's trying to fold in on itself. I raise my hand to go to the nurse, but Mr. Phillips says 2 more minutes, we're almost at the pancreas. 2 minutes later, I lean forward and puke directly into the open frog. It makes this splash sound that sends half the class screaming and the other half laughing so hard they can't breathe. One kid's laughing so much he drops his frog on the floor, and now there's frog juice and my lunch all over the tile. The nurse shows up in a wheelchair like I'm about to flatline, and the janitor mutters something about kids these days while mopping up the mess. When I come back the next day, there's a picture of Kermit taped to my locker with RIP written in giant Sharpie letters. Nobody admits to it, but I still catch people riveting at me in the hallway. Okay, that is messed up. That is actually a little bit messed up. I mean, is this not a normal response? Because first of all, I don't think it's normal for people to be... Wait, why are you dissecting frogs? Is that normal in America? I don't think we actually, okay, no, to be fair, in my high school, we dissected rats, but I feel like rats are so much better than frogs, I feel like. Because at least with rats, it's like Ratatouille, you know? But frogs are just slimy and disgusting. You know what? I think if I was in this situation, I may have vomited as well on the frog. But now the fact that everyone keeps riveting at you in the hallway and you have the picture of Kermit taped to your locker, that is messed up. That is messed up. I think this is, honestly, this is calm. I feel like this is a very normal reaction by you, but I feel like everyone else, I mean, yeah, this is honestly a very normal reaction by everyone else as well. I don't blame them as well. I'm a girl. I'm in middle school. Once I went to the bathroom store to wash my hands, and in there I heard some noises in the stall near the sink. I stayed for a few minutes to figure out what's happening, and I heard 2 voices. One female, another is a female too. Okay, let's take a guess. What could possibly be happening? What could possibly be happening? You know what? Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they were just having a business meeting. Maybe they were trading Pokemon cards, you know? Maybe they were working on their school project on their laptop instead of going to the library to do it. Maybe they were fighting. Maybe it was a 1v1 wrestling match. So let's just say it's calm. Actually, okay, in reality, if they were doing the frickety, I feel, bro, I don't understand. Why do people do this in the bathroom at school when you can just, like, you know, just eat your lunch normally outside and you can just play sport outside as well? Like, is there nothing better for you to do? So this one, yeah, is just slightly questionable.